and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuning to the UpNUp podcast on the UpNUp network. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
What's up, boss?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling present. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling supported.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot of things right now.
Yes, sir.
How about yourself?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know where we're at, man.
Yeah.
Another live show, man. We got the headphones.
Come on, man.
You know?
Yeah, for those tuning in, first of all, welcome to the show. This is the UpNUp podcast. We're focused on cultivating culture.
Yeah.
And today is a special episode because we're here live on location at the Apex in Everett to support the Let Us Create event showcase. Which is put together by none other than Aaron Davis, aka Mr. Owner of Creative Styles, the brand. Super honored to be a part of it. He invited us, right? He hit me up and said, yo, I got this thing where I want to get all of the different entrepreneurs, creatives, artists, you name it, right?
Yeah.
Get them in one building, right?
Yeah.
Let's activate this big, amazing venue.
Yep.
But let's get them to not only just talk about their brands and express their brands, but let's let them meet each other, connect with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good, bro.
Yeah,
I'm in the place to be. How about yourself?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Shout out Aaron. You know, he definitely just made this happen, man. And just walking around, seeing everybody, seeing the different vendors, all that, like, it's crazy. I can tell this is gonna be a good one, man. So it's like, even to have us over here, like, kind of, you know, in a way, like, cover it a little bit, tap in with the vendors and all that. That's, man, it's a blessing and I'm honored.
Yeah, man. And also, I think it's dope from what he's been promoting and just from what he's been trying to do is bring something like this to Everett, right? We're here live in downtown Everett, and from what he's been saying is like they've never actually had events like this before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think the region of the Northwest is so vast, bro. There's so many pockets.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't get activated.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what
man.
I mean? And there's talent everywhere.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this is my first time hearing about an event like this in Everett.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I had to grab my passport. Come on,
there you go.
But it was like good to like actually know that there's something like this getting put on out here. You know, so I'm glad to be a part of it. I don't know if it's the first or one of many, whatever it is, but I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I think events like this are just important, man. You know, like, we're going to get a chance to connect with some folks, right?
Yeah.
So this episode, we'll have a bunch of the vendors, business owners, entrepreneurs from different areas, different professions. We'll have them come sit down with us, but I don't know, man. I just feel like these type of events need to be frequent. You know what I mean? Like, collaboration over competition. Yeah. You know, exchanging your experiences. Yeah. Like, everybody's trying to do something, but we all can kind of like help each other along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what events like this remind me of for sure.
Yep. And just to piggyback that, it's been great because everybody that I met here, you could tell by the energy, they're just like, hey man, what's up with you? You know, so I'm getting into conversations with people before we even like say, introduce ourselves, to the point at the end of the conversation, it's like, oh, what's your name, by the way? You know, but we're just going based off the vibe and just, you know, chopping it up. So,
yeah.
And
you really, it kind of opens your eyes. It makes you feel like, you know what? Okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though I may not be doing anything similar to some of the folks in the room, I know that I'm doing my thing the way they're doing their thing, and it makes me feel like, okay, I got a little ally here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not crazy, or I'm not delusional. Like, my dream is valid. I want to go after what I'm going after, and they're going after what they're going after. And so that's why I think these events are dope for a lot of reasons, just exposure. Yeah. Sometimes we're not exposed to the people who are like-minded.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, man. It feels like kind of like a code, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you come to an event like this, and just by the look, they're like, we see eye to eye. I know, I can tell you've been through the same type of thing that I've been through, you know, whatever, vice versa. So it's crazy. Yeah,
so the event's going to be dope. I'm excited to connect with the folks here. That they're gonna have live performances, right, from some of the dopest local talent there is. So yeah, man, stay tuned as we roll people through here and we tap in with some of the best.
Yes, sir,
Right?
man. Let's go, man.
Let's go.
As you guys can hear, man, it's going down.
It's
man.
going
So,
down.
Yeah.
It's going down. Shout out Abdi too, man. I didn't even
Shout
get.
out Abdi, man.
I didn't get. You
For
know,
real,
always
man.
get team members. Shout out
Yeah.
Abdi in the building too.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Next up, we sit down with Miguel Leyva of Auto Printing. Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the UpNUp podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
Yes. As I said, we're here live at the Let Us Create showcase here in Everett at the Apex.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, like we told the audience, we're going to be tapping in with a lot of amazing individuals, movers, shakers, hustlers, entrepreneurs, right? And so today is no different.
Yeah.
Right?
Always, man.
We got the good brother, Miguel Leyva.
Yeah.
Right? Of auto printing in the building. We had to pull him away from his booth. He was getting busy, but I said, bro, you need to come sit down with us. And you need to tell people about your business. But before we get into that, bro, how are you feeling? And how are you feeling about this event in like total?
Well, thank you for having me here first. And I feel great, man. I feel really good because the class that you guys had at the beginning made me feel really good about myself, knowing that the fact that like I'm not just the only one that has had hard times starting a business. Hearing you guys, like, your guys' journey has made me feel really comfortable to know that, like, not everybody just starts and then takes off. You know? There's obviously trials and tribulations that you have to go through, and it made me feel a lot better knowing that I wasn't the only one going through that. So the confidence that I got from that hour that you guys were talking made me feel even better, you know. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here on the podcast with you guys. And it's a great time. I hope more people show up.
Yeah, man. When it comes to this event, why do you think events like this are important? And if you could talk to the mic too.
Yes. So I feel like it's super important because, like, not many people know that this can happen and these opportunities are available. Like for me, being a shirt printing company, I've been killing it. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been so much fun. I've been meeting so many people, and I feel like drawing people in and then showing them what I can do and what I can provide has helped me grow. Because like there's a couple out here, they were super cool, man. They liked me. I feel like I got a friend right there, you know, so it's just awesome because there's other vendors here too, and everybody's thriving. It's good that Aaron was able to get this together.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. So Miguel, man, if you would, I guess just explain to the people like auto printing, what you guys do, even how you started it, what led you to that.
So auto printing is just like something I've always wanted to do since I was in high school, and my slogan is working with me is like finding gold, because oro means gold in Spanish. So, you know, when you tap in with me, I'll make sure you get exactly what you want. You know, I want everyone to be happy, to be comfortable, because I know what it's like to spend money and not get what you want. Right? So that's why I offer one free sample, and if you don't like what I'm making, we can adjust it before you make a bigger order, you know, because I know what it's like to do a big order, it come in, and then nothing go the way you want. As Aaron was saying, you know? I don't want to be a scammer. I don't want to take people's money, and I just don't want anyone to feel like I'm taking advantage of them, so that's why I offer that one free sample.
Got you.
I like that, man. I really like that, man.
Yeah, because to hear how much money Aaron has spent to get finesse sucks.
Right. And it's like, you know, people can feel that when you like give them a sample for free, just like, hey man, do you like that? Like, people really resonate with the care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like that.
I'm happy that you said that, because that's what this couple out here were telling me too. Like they've never talked to somebody where they cared, you know. And I was like, well, I care about my business, and I know you care about your business, so let's like keep that going.
Right, man. I really like that, man, because like you said, we all been there, you know, and then it's kind of like, you kind of feel like they don't care about you, so I really like that, man. You know what I mean?
I don't want to just like take your money and like run. I want to take your money and like make sure you make money.
Right.
That full circle effect.
Yes, sir.
It's adding value, man. I'm curious, Miguel. So like, you know, there's people who are probably going to watch this episode, listen to this episode, or probably people who pulled up to this event who are like, yo, I'm trying to learn what I need to know to even get started, or like, just have the guts to like get started and keep going when they hit that first obstacle. So like, what's some advice you got for entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs in terms of just trying to keep going?
Yeah, so it's funny that you say, because I wanted to ask you guys that while you guys were up there.
Yeah.
But what I would have to say is just double down. Like, you have to, because I personally have reached moments where, you know, I don't know what's going to happen next. You know, like, I got bills to pay. I got to make payments on the machine.
Yeah.
I got an order coming in, but I don't have the ink, you know, and I've just had moments where there was nobody around me to support me. And you honestly just got to look within yourself and know that you can't look back. Like, yeah, you can't just start and then give up halfway, a quarter of the way. You just have to get over that hump, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Because on the other side of that hump is everything that you've been looking for.
Yeah.
Which could be like a different version of yourself.
Yeah.
The opportunity you've been looking for.
Yeah.
You know, the big I guess opportunity which comes with money.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of that the stress, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And it's nice because we all go through it, and we're all humans here, so we all feel the same emotions when you're just stressed out, full of anxiety. And it's nice to know that you're not alone. So personally, for me, to hear that, it made me feel really good.
Yeah. No, I feel you, bro, because it's like, you can't look back. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, I only look back to be inspired or like for reflection.
Yeah.
Or for reminders.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I got through that, you know?
Yes.
But there ain't nothing else to look back for. You know what I mean?
Dude, man, I used to eat, you know, cup of noodles. I was driving like a 1997 pickup truck. You know, no one was fucking me then. Or fucking with me then, sorry. But I got over that, you know. So now everything's a lot better. Everyone's eating good on my table, you know. So that's that also is a really good feeling.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I also feel like when you've been through a lot, just to like get your stuff going, it's kind of like, you know, you earned it. You know?
Yeah.
Once you get
That's
there, you're
another
like, I
thing,
earned
too.
that shit. Like, if somebody just gave it to you, you're kind of like, yeah, this is cool, but like, you kind of, you know what I mean?
It's gratitude.
Or exactly.
It is.
Exactly. Thank you for putting it in that word.
That's
So
real.
I also want to ask you, I guess, I mean, you kind of did answer this, but how would you describe like entrepreneurship from your perspective?
Oh my God. So I to be where I'm at, I had a mentor. So luckily, I'd like to give him a shout out. It's Michael over at Aimless Goods.
Hey, my guy, Mike.
You know Aimless good.
Yeah.
So
Shout out, Mike.
He mentored me when I first started because I had to reach out to him for some questions. And one thing he told me when I started was, don't gatekeep.
Yeah.
Don't hold orders if you can't handle them. Don't hold clients to yourself. Like, if you can't handle certain items or certain like orders and stuff, pass them on to me.
Yeah.
Or, you know, pass them on to the next guy. Because hoarding
Wow.
information like that, or gatekeeping allegedly, you know, will hinder you forward.
Yeah.
So I always keep that in mind, and if like orders get too big for me, or if like I can't handle something, I reach out to him or just pass it on, you know.
Yeah.
So be it, because in the end, we all make money. You know?
Right.
So
Hey,
I try to
man.
keep that going.
Shout out to Mike, man. Mike was the last one to do our sweatsuits that we just had. So
Yes.
shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
That was a good piece of game that you gave Miguel, man.
Yeah, actually,
thank you.
Mike actually did our first ever merch run.
Yeah, first
for our-
ever,
for-
too.
For our
Yeah.
launch party back in 2018.
Damn. See, yeah. So he's been around.
Good dude.
So I respect and appreciate the advice you gave me. And then even when I had like issues with my printing when I first started,
Yeah.
he helped me out there. So that's
what's up,
something
man.
that I always like try and put out there. You know,
Gotcha.
don't be a gatekeeper. Don't hoard information. You know, ask for help and then you will receive it. you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely.
Miguel, bro, I know you're busy, but we want to thank you for pulling up on
Yes,
us.
sir.
Yeah.
And we're excited for everything you got coming down in the future. I do got to ask you this last question.
Hold on. Before that.
Yep, go ahead.
Where can they find you and how can people get in contact with you?
Oh, yes. Look me up on Instagram at Miguel You Did It. My email is m_Leyva9@icloud.com. And that's the best way to reach me.
Perfect,
Yes, sir.
perfect.
Yes, sir. My guy.
Now, if you can, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
Bills.
Hey, that's the first time we got that, man. I like that.
Yes. You guys got bills to pay. I got bills to pay. Let's get those bills paid.
Hey,
Let's go.
whatever keeps you on the up and up is whatever keeps you on the up and up.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, Miguel.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you, bro.
my guy.
Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah. We'll be tapping in, man.
Yes, sir.
We'll
connect
be
with
tapping
you.
in.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next up, we sit down with Mary Cartier of Color by Cartier. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the UpNUp podcast on the UpNUp network. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I like the vibes over here, man. So yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, I said we're gonna connect with a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
Right. We just got done talking to Miguel. Right.
Yep.
And I feel like we're gonna talk to a lot of people today.
Yeah.
Right. But everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's got their own unique style, right? And what they're doing.
Yeah.
And today we're joined by Mary Cartier.
Cartier.
Yep. Of Colors by Cartier. First of all, how are you doing? And welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm super happy to be here. This really came together great, and there's so many people on.
Yeah.
Very amazing.
Yeah, they made it happen.
They really made it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron pulled this off.
Yeah, he really did. Shout out to Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah. I'm curious though, like, why do you think events like this are important?
Community based. It keeps a strong hold on the community. So Everett in particular.
Okay.
I think when you have a smaller city or smaller town and you are someone that's super ambitious, I think you have to have a strong community to be able to connect with that platform that you're trying to promote. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I come from Alaska.
Okay.
And we came from Alaska.
Okay.
And I would have to say Alaska is all based off like strong community. And I think he did that. And I think he knows a lot of amazing people, and just being here and saying like all these people supporting just him and all these other like business people, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see.
I always say like, it's rare that you get to be in like rooms with like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of times you might have your thing that you're doing, your vision, but the people you're around aren't on that same frequency or what you're trying to do. Yeah. And it's no knock to them, but it's like you got to find your people that get it, Yeah.
So it's funny because I met Aaron through just the barbershop.
Okay.
So like I think I'm curious on like when I watch back these interviews to see how the connections are with him, but it was just through a friend, and like the way he just like speaks on his vision.
Yeah.
And so we're just like shooting the shot at the barbershop because I do hair and makeup.
Yep.
And I brought a girl over there to like showcase. He's like, yeah, I have a little studio. Come take some pictures. Like easy, simple stuff. And then he's like, hey, I'm kind of thinking about putting something together. And then boom, here we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a doer.
Yeah.
That's a doer.
Executing it's not easy, man.
Yeah.
And I think what it was because I was in that group chat. It was like a group chat of all the vendors.
Yeah.
And you notice everybody wanted to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he kind of like set the foundation in terms of what the vision is, and everybody wanted to be a part of how can you make this what you want it to be.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And it's like, like you said, everybody gets it, so everybody's gonna help. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, because everybody been through a lot of stuff.
That's real.
But Mary, if you will, can you explain pretty much Colors by Cartier?
Cartier, yeah. I got you. So my name is Mary Cartier. I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah.
Moved out to Washington about 7 years ago for like more opportunity. And I've been on this journey of showcasing my work, meeting people, and really driving into my career. So my big thing is I'm huge on editorial work. I love doing colors behind the chair, so I set the ground here in Everett. I work at Trend Hair Society. Shout out to Natasha. She owns the salon. She's here doing the vendor. She's great. And I work there. I booth rent on there. I do all my colors and cuts and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is I travel. I do Fashion Week, so I'm really big into studio editorial work. So I like to travel for work. So,
like weddings and photo shoots.
So I do weddings on the season. Yeah, weddings are great. That's like a huge season, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm shifting to is more editorial. So Fashion Week, and then different profiles clients, and like more styled out hair and makeup, right? But I do weddings. That's great. Like I love what I do. I travel. I meet so many amazing creative people from all around the world, and I've been in so many situations where I have to be humbled. Humbled. You go to New York from Everett, humbled.
Yeah.
And it's really, really amazing. And you know what? That's what I want to. That's where I want to be. I want to be in a room full of people that are inspired and creative, so it pushes me to be better at my job.
That's real.
Right.
Real. Speaking of your job,
Yeah.
I'm curious because
Yeah.
it seems like your industry is very popular. And I'm always curious, like,
Yeah.
how did you develop your skill set? Because I think, like, you know, even with podcasting, anything people see someone do that they make it look easy, people feel like, well, I could do that. And I think that's a good thing, right? Because you want to inspire people to do it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of skills, technical work that has to go into it. So how did you develop that? How'd you learn that?
Okay, so skill-wise, there is such thing as a natural talent, and we're all just born with it. You know what I
That's
mean?
real. That's a
I'm
fact.
gonna just
That's a fact.
say that is a thing. The skill set for me, I'm gonna say it's a natural talent.
Okay.
I have an eye for it.
Okay.
I have an eye for a look. Okay, like hair and makeup. If you show me a picture, I'll execute.
Yeah.
Period. Like you could talk to people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not that great at talking to people. I might
Yeah.
get stage fright. You guys have this natural ability to like just talk slow, natural. Same thing with me, but mine's hair and makeup because
Gotcha.
I see like the vision and the beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's there. I at a really young age, honestly, at like 8 years old. And so I actually started doing hair and makeup at like 14 before I was in license, doing people's weddings
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a small town. Like, oh, she could do it. She's not going to charge me. She's 14 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. That's real.
So it just like, it kind of just happened.
Gotcha.
And the more, you know, even with you, like the more you get good at like interviewing people and stuff,
Yeah.
like the more people like, oh, what, like, you know what?
Right.
He's pretty good at this, or she's good at this.
Yeah.
The word of mouth.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. I think you're right. I think you have to embrace it though too.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's hard.
It is.
And there, you know the imposter syndrome? Joe Rogan talks about it on his
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
That's
I watched
right.
it.
That's
And
right.
it's real. Like this whole event today, I'm like over here freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know, but you see my model. Everybody's seen my model walking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
We all know who the model is.
Yeah.
And she show out. I'm like, we're fine. What are we talking about? But in my head, I'm like freaking out. But everyone's like, everyone's talking about that girl walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you because, like, when I talk to a lot of creatives and entrepreneurs and stuff, everybody talks about the imposter syndrome, like, or we've all
bad.
felt that in a way. You know what I mean? So, I also do want to ask you, like,
Yeah.
I guess, how would you describe entrepreneurship from like your perspective?
Okay, this is a really good question. So I always look back 5 years from now, right?
Yeah.
Like back then, 5 years of what I wanted to do. And honestly, it's your thoughts and doing. It's what you're saying. So like, it's literally doing. That's it. It's like your thoughts and then putting it into action.
Yeah.
That's it. It takes place because it's a stepping stone. Everything you do leads to the next step.
Yeah.
If you want to actually do it.
That's real.
So you don't really need, like, for me, like 5 years ago, I was like, oh, like, I do hair and makeup for celebrities.
Yeah.
It's tacky, but I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Because that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna be a celebrity hairdresser.
Yeah.
Did I really ever think I was gonna be a celebrity hairdresser? Absolutely not. No. But then like one thing kicks into start where you find you gotta have some drive, and I think when you just really push yourself to do it and you're motivated and you do the things you need to do, things really do start to form. And I'll tell you one thing: people like to work for money.
Yeah.
Money drives people, but really it ain't about the money at the end of the day.
Right.
It's really about who you are as a person and how far you are, and like not really how far you are, but how you connect with people.
Yeah.
And you know, if you connect with people, people want to work with you.
Yeah.
And you need
Yeah.
to be able to not think about if you're getting paid, because those people, they don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's real. It keeps you kind of lose your focus. And you get distracted by, you know, because the money, you can make money doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it ain't really about the money. It's like,
Building connection with other people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why it's so amazing that we're all in this room and putting it together. Like, honestly, it's not about the money.
yeah.
If my advice is, I've done so much work on just because I'm passionate about my job.
Yeah.
Like, love what you do.
You care about it.
I care about my job.
that's-
Yeah.
And I will do work like because I want to.
Right.
Because I care about connections, and it means more to me than money.
Yep.
And that really is a passion.
That's
and
right.
I think that's called literally a passion.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten me where I'm at.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Seriously,
feeling
mindset.
fulfilled, you know?
Honestly,
It's like
it's,
fulfillment, you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. So Mary, before we wrap this up, I do want to give you a chance to let people know where they can follow you, connect with you, support your business, support your movement. Let people know.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously Instagram's a big movement out here, so I will drop my Instagram. It is Color by Cartier.
Yeah.
You can find me on there. I have a website. It also falls under the same name.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm here out there and I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. Tap
Yeah.
in.
Under Trend Hair Society as well. You can go to them, and if you wanted just your regular colors, but that's where I'm at. So I hope you guys come out, reach out to me, and thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's great.
Before we get you out here, we ask every guest this question. So if you can, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
On the up and why?
Yeah, one word.
Driven.
Yeah.
Driven.
I like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah, hope you guys do too.
Yeah.
Are you going to step
we
out of
will.
here sometime soon?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be walking
for
around.
sure.
Okay.
Talking to everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna get around. I'm gonna get
All right.
around.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys. All right,
Thank
you
you.
guys take care.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Next up, we sit down with Marshall Hugh of the Marshall Law Band. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here at the Let Us Create Showcase in Everett at the Apex. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
Man, I'm feeling great, bro.
Yes, sir.
I love this shit.
I feel you.
I love being
I
able
feel
to.
you.
I like being on location and being in the midst of like the energy in the room
Yeah.
and the building. Like we're connecting with amazing people.
Yeah.
So let's just keep it going, right?
Yes, sir.
We now have sitting down with us someone who obviously is well known in this building, but then also I'm sure there's people who would like to know who this person is, right?
Yeah.
And this is none other than Marshall Hugh, lead singer of Marshall Law Band.
Yes, sir.
Multi-hyphenated. I ain't finna go through all that 'cause it's a lot. But how you doing,
What's
bro?
up, family? I'm good. I'm blessed. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm still on the same team. Luka Doncic can't say the same. You feel me? I'm getting used to just being in the mix. You know, I feel like 2025 is off to a crazy start, and we don't want to be anywhere else but right here with y'all right now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Curious. What are your thoughts on this event first? And then, like, why are events like this so important, bro?
Word. Yeah, it's really exciting because this is a North End event. Like, y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times like, I'm a North End creative.
Yep.
I'm from 15 minutes up the road.
Yep.
And a lot of times we got to get on that I-5 and bring our sauce to Seattle to, you know, let our star shine.
Yeah.
And I think this event is so amazing because it's planting a flag in the ground that the creatives here in this region can be homegrown and home shown. And that's what I love to see. I'm really proud of Aaron, Mr. You Know, for putting it together. I've actually known him since middle school.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
that's
when he
amazing.
said, like, hey, I'm trying to put this together, I heard how ambitious it sounded, and that made me excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I said, say less, man. All the fire haircuts you giving me, dude. This is it's the least I can do, bro, because you really hooked me up, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
Likewise, though, I feel you. When he mentioned to me that, hey, I wanted to UpNUp to be a part of it and be here, like, I didn't even really care about what it was that was gonna be going on. I was like, I just know that we want to be a part of something that's gonna be for the greater good
Yeah.
of like a creative scene. So let me come in and let me plug myself in and add value however I can.
And
it's
that you are doing.
Yeah, and it's shaping out to be like, bro, this is crazy. Like, there's so much talent in this building, bro.
Yeah, and like I think the networking component is something that, you know, in my travels I've seen in LA and whatnot, people are a lot more open to that.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy I was able to kind of add my flavor and let people know, like, no, go get some Instagrams,
Right.
go meet somebody new. You already know the people you came with. That's what this event is about, is connecting you with somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that lacks in our region in general. And for this to be something that Aaron put together so intentionally is just amazing. And I'm excited. I'm like, the turnout's great. The different flavors in here are amazing. And Yeah, it's just dope, bro.
Yeah.
Super
man.
dope.
Yeah. And Marshall, you know, obviously you was a previous guest at the UpNUp.
Yeah.
And so just, I guess from that point on, like, can you give us like a quick rundown of like how entrepreneurship been for you?
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been really awesome, bro. I feel like I've diversified and just matured as the years have gone. And looking back at the growth, it's like that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So not only, you know, you started with the LLC, that's Martial Law Band, and we've grown that now into Music for Everybody, which is a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And being able to navigate those waters is a lot different. You know, my bro here, he gave me a car ride ride home one day, and he was breaking down grants and you know how you can apply for the grants, but they have these workshops that you need to attend, and you need to apply a face to the application, and so we're really going through that process right now, and that's because bro gave me the game.
Right.
So all the grants that we've been lucky enough to receive, I haven't just sent in my application and dipped. I've followed it all the way through, been at every Zoom workshop, been at every in-person workshop, and it's proven to be a very successful way to go about it. So, you know, growing up in that realm and understanding that arts is, and a lot of the work that we've been doing as a LLC actually falls under a nonprofit category. And, you know, with Fremont Fridays being a free event, with the gala being specifically geared for raising donations and resources for the houseless community, that's something that easily falls underneath that umbrella. And we're finally categorizing it correctly. So that's super exciting, man. And I feel like I'm growing up in that sense. You know? I'm trying to grow the beard out. I'm trying to take that next step.
It's just growth all around.
Yeah, man. I've been in the gym locked in, reading books, the Heems, health, energy, you know what I'm saying, exercise maintenance, and meditating, reading books, and just trying to be the best version of myself so I can show up in spaces like this and continue to inspire, but not from the same place. I don't want to look back and say, oh, I'm doing the same thing. So new music on the way too, bro. I'm really excited about that. And
I'm curious. I'm curious because I know there's a lot of creatives who are like multifaceted, right? They want to do multiple things, which is what you do. You do a lot of different things. What's some advice you would give to them in terms of realizing, hey, man, I can be all these things, but at the same time, if I'm going to be all these things, I have to like understand each one and what they're meant for.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm prepared to go all in whenever that lane approaches. You know, I feel like you have to have at least a general base of knowledge of all these different things that you're getting into and be able to direct and be a boss of that. But if like, boom, the events are hitting, and that's where the money is at, and that's where I'm going to be able to have cultural influence and plug into, I'm prepared to go and sprint in that lane for a bit. If the music catches flight and a reel goes dummy viral and it's time to unleash the stuff we got in the vault and the regional spotlight gets shown, I'm ready to run in that lane, and I got a great team behind me that could handle the events. Or, you know, if it's like, all right, you need to focus on these events, but the music can't stop, I got a great team in that lane too. So I think just being prepared to sprint when the time comes.
That's real. That's real. I love that.
Yeah, man, that's like just being a Swiss Army knife, bro. You know what I mean? Just being ready to pivot in whatever direction you need to go, man.
Yeah, you can't really, I mean, some people are blessed enough to be a specialist. That's just not how, you know, my career has unfolded to date. If it shakes that way. But, you know, I got to be the leader in a lot of different fields.
I love that. I love that, bro.
That's dope, man. So, Marshall, man, for people who don't know, where can they find you and how can they like get in contact with you?
You know, you can tap in with me at Martial Law Band Everything. We run an event called Fremont Fridays that I'm really excited about. I'm working around it year round, so you can hit Fremont Fridays. We'll have artist applications, we'll have vendors applications, we'll have volunteer applications, looking to expand to multiple stages, taking over the whole block. You know, that's in the plan. So it's just a beautiful thing. I see my boy Keontae Woods in the building, real hooper. The North End Hoopers are up here too, you know?
Real hooper.
Yeah, real deal. We might have to put together a little squad out of this, you know?
I'm ready.
So yeah, you can just tap in Martial Law Band, anything, DM that, and somebody or myself will respond.
Love it, bro. Love it. Now, Marshall, before we get you out here, because I know they probably need you for something.
I know. I'm like, dang, I'm supposed to be hosting, but I'm with my guys, bro. He'll understand.
Quick one. What's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
consistency. You know, if you are consistent, that means that you're stacking wins, and every single day you're getting just a little bit better. You do that, like I was just locked in this whole month, and I can feel the difference. So, you know, if you're consistent in your passion and in your field, you're going to see incremental growth. And you do that for a year, 2 years, 3 years, decade, you're going to see a lot of distance in between yourself and other people that weren't consistent.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Not the Mackie mic drop. I'll never do that. Shout out Mackie.
Shout out Mackie.
Shout out Mackie.
Appreciate you, Marshall. Enjoy the rest of the event, bro.
Yeah, appreciate
sir,
you, man.
man.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we sit down with Eliza Whitman of Charmed Beauty Collective. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the UpNUp podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Erm.
Yo, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. This is the vibe is crazy in here right now.
Yeah, man. We're not stopping.
Yeah.
Right? We've been tapping in with a lot of amazing folks. We're still here at the Let Us Create Showcase at the Apex in Everett.
Yeah.
The best thing about doing these live episodes, like I said, is like you never know who you're gonna bump into.
Yep.
And you never know who got something to share, right?
Yeah.
And so today's guest is none other than Eliza Whitman, right? Owner of Charmed Beauty.
Beauty Collective.
Charmed Beauty Collective. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And then I want to ask you, how are you liking this event? And then why are events like this important?
One, I love this event. When Aaron reached out to me for this, it's funny because we were chatting about how even with the advertising alone, I feel like you really had to envision what his vision was for this because he's never done it before. And so it's not like he can have photos or videos of this at all. And being here today, I feel special. It's so awesome being able to meet all these people and connect and network. And events like this, I feel like have to happen every year. And I've been telling Aaron, I'm like, I went to his barber shop and I'm like, why are we not hosting events here? We need to bring people in because I feel like even for that, he could find his future barbers. He can find his future people that are going to match him and his energy.
That's real.
And versus just kind of doing that old school interview style. And I think for me, you know, with my place, that's how I kind of found my people. That
makes sense. I love it.
Yeah,
I always say like it's rare you get a chance to be in a room with so much of the same frequency. Like everybody's here for a reason.
Yeah, we're hustling. We're goals and money.
And everybody cares, you know? I think it's rare that you're going to be in a room with that many people who are like that.
The energy is very high.
It is definitely. So for the people who are not familiar, can you explain Charmed Beauty Collective and pretty much like what you do and everything like that?
So I created a space where we can all be our individual selves. I didn't want them to be saturated by my brand. So I'm actually Lashed Up Beauty, and I work with inside of Charmed Beauty Collective.
Okay, got it.
And so I just wanted them. It's really fun. You go into our salon and you see every girl has put their own little creativity and talent into each room. And they're at the end of the day, it's their own schedule, what they want to do in marketing, but at the same time, we are a team. Like if I see anyone that's available, we get together, we do reels, we are just constantly there to like uplift and empower each other. And that's just my vision of what I wanted for this collective, was that we were our own individual selves, but we were still like a major team because it takes a team. It takes an army to have it happen.
That's real. That's
dope.
real. So I'm curious because even we were doing a impromptu panel. I didn't even know I was going to be on a panel today.
He knew I had stage fright. And he told me 5 minutes before.
He told me 5 minutes before. He pulled me up.
He did it on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Wow,
but I'm glad I did it because I got to hear a little bit about your story. And you were talking about how like you've been putting in like 10 years into what you've been doing. So for those listening and viewing who are entrepreneurs themselves or aspiring entrepreneurs, can you just talk about like some of the things you think people need to know before they embark on that journey?
I think it's where do I begin here? I think for sure going into a place, and a lot of people will go to a place and they have no knowledge, so they get taken advantage of. I see that a lot in this industry.
And it's just really sad because you have these people coming out of school and they don't know anything. So they think $1,000 booth rent is a killer deal because that's what that person sold to them.
Yeah.
And I just highly suggest that they shop around and they do deeper research into the place that they're going to go to.
Yep.
And also taking knowledge too, like finding a place where you know you're gonna be able to grow.
Yeah.
But also there's some places that are gonna keep you kind of, again, they're gonna keep you under their brand.
Yeah.
You're not gonna allow to have your own Google. You're not gonna be allowed to have your own Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's gonna keep you low. I have girls coming to me that have been in the industry 5-6 years and they don't exist, right? Because they weren't allowed to even have any of their own personal social media accounts.
Yeah.
And now they're starting from square one and I'm over here trying to advertise them like, hey guys, no, she's been a licensed esthetician for 6 years.
Yeah.
She's successful, but you look at her Instagram or her Google and it's like she just started.
Yeah.
And so I think
I
getting
like
that
that.
started right away, like when you're new, get that Google account, get that Instagram started because you have to, it's your portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, looking.
I love that though.
Yeah.
And I love that because what I'm getting from that is like, it kind of reminds me of like the music industry where they'll have labels and then they'll sign an artist, but the artist is kind of like under that label, but they don't necessarily build their own brand or their own imprint and whatnot. So it's very empowering what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're empowering others to be their own individual selves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that's what you want for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just taking knowledge. I mean, just everyone, there's going to be stuff I don't know, and they're helping me. It's just, it's constant learning.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you probably kind of touched on this when you were giving out the advice, but how would you describe entrepreneurship from like your perspective?
It's a full-time job, right? I feel like I put everything into it. I leave the salon, but I'm still doing like 2 hours of phone work at home, posting content and stuff. I really feel like for me, it doesn't feel like a job.
Right.
So it's a hobby, and I knew that I wasn't going to want to just do that 9 to 5 every day. And I wanted to be in a career where when I got home, I mean, to this day I get home and I feel guilty that that's what I called work because I got paid and I had the most freaking fun. Like, I laughed with girls, I made funny reels, and it feels so unreal to be because it's like you're like the leader, and what you put into it's what you're going to get out. So the more that you keep putting in, the more you're going to get back from it.
I love that perspective.
I love the part where she said, sometimes you feel guilty
You do.
for being rewarded for what you enjoyed, what you love doing.
Yeah.
And it's tough sometimes because it's like, nah, but this is real work. But it doesn't feel like real work.
Yeah.
But it still is real work. You know what I'm
To
saying?
the playground all day.
Yeah. But I think sometimes what happens is people don't talk about that side and they only show kind of the reward. And then it kind of misleads people to think, oh, okay, well, I can do that too. And it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be a struggle.
It's hours. I mean, like last night I didn't sleep, right? It's like it's the second your brain gets on a wave, it's like I have to jot. I'll get up and I will go to my notepad. I'll be writing stuff down. I mean, it's full time. It really is. You're never really like clocked out of it because you're constantly just like, oh my God, that's a good idea. I need to put that in my, put it in my, because my brain is going really fast. So
no, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full, definitely
and
a full-time
entrepreneurship
job.
is not black and white. Like,
No, it's not a 9 to 5. You're not just clocking in, clocking out.
Because like a lot of the times with 9 to 5s, you're just like waiting for 5.
Yes.
And then you're like, I'm not going to think about this after 5.
Yeah.
You know?
You get to leave and you get to like check out and you get to go do your personal life. But an entrepreneur, you're just constantly going.
You could be like, there'll be times where I'll just be driving and then something will pop into your head like out of nowhere. You're just like, oh yeah, I gotta. And then it's kind know.
Great idea or whatever. Or I forgot to text that client back. Oh my God, it's been a week.
That's real. That's real. Well, first of all, I am curious. When it comes to your industry, like, what are some things you think people really need to know in terms of like? Because I feel like that industry, like, there's a lot of popularity and influence in terms of wanting to get into it. But what's like one of the main things you think people should focus on before they get into it?
So I always tell people when they come and they ask me, they hear the money's great. And I stop them right there. I said, if you're in this for the money, turn away because that's not what's gonna like sell you. This has to be something that you absolutely love. Like I just do lashes. I could sit there and be doing lashes all day long, every single day. That's my niche, right? And I always ask girls when I have clients that will pick my brain about it, like, well, I think, I heard lashes make really good money. And it's like, yeah, but is that what you want to do? Because if this not your passion, you're going to hate it just like that 9 to 5 that you went into and you hated. So I think if you're someone who you love the beauty, or you're interested in lashes or waxing or whatever it is, I think as long as you know deep down that you're going to that's your passion, you put everything into it, that like totally go for it. Like I love seeing girls come into something, because to them it's like they were just doing makeup on the side for friends, and to think like, wait, you can get paid for that, and you can show up and make people beautiful and do that for weddings or whatever it might be. But I think at the end of the day, it needs to be something that you love, right? Like your passion.
I love that. That's great.
Don't go into it for them. Like, do not go into it, because
you can make money doing a lot of things. So definitely lead with the passion. I love that. Next up, we sit down with Jessica Ho, aka the Mortgage Queen. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuning to the UpNUp podcast. I am your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Erm.
We are still here.
Man.
We're still here, bro.
I ain't leaving.
Okay.
I ain't leaving, bro.
Okay, Leo, is that your Leonardo DiCaprio impersonation?
Yeah.
All right. But no, we're still here at the Let Us Create Showcase here at Apex, in Everett at the Apex. Put on by Creative Styles, Aaron Davis.
Let's go.
I'm super inspired, right? Been in this building for a few hours now. And there's so much talent in the room. Right? To the point that I don't think we can leave these seats. We got to keep bringing people up here. Right?
That's what I'm saying, man.
But today's no different. We have a special guest with us, Jessica Ho, someone who is very much a mover and shaker in the real estate space, mortgage lending space. But welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's my honor.
How are you feeling today?
I am a little bit tired. It's been a long day for me, but I'm excited to be on this podcast. It's my first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is your first podcast?
First podcast ever.
Yeah.
First, but not the last.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. So, quick question. How are you liking this event? And then B, why are events like this so important?
Yeah. I love this event. It's such a great opportunity to meet people in the community, especially different business owners. It gives me an opportunity to talk to people, hear their stories. For example, I met you guys, and I would have never met you guys if I wasn't at this event.
Right.
And then for my business too, it's good for me to go out there and network, shake as many hands, and help as many people as I can.
I love it.
So for the people who don't know, what is it that you do? And I guess, how did you get to that point?
Yeah. So I'm a mortgage lender here in Washington. And man, the backstory is so crazy. So I worked in tech for a decade before I transitioned to this career. And when I transitioned, God just made this whole transition so seamless. And when they say, it's from God when you have that peace. So my whole life had to change for me to enter this mortgage business. And God lined everything up so perfectly that I just had so much peace with the transition. So as a mortgage lender, my goal is to help people in my community purchase homes. So I finance the property. So most people don't have cash to buy a $500,000 house. So they'll come to me. I'll review their income, their asset, all of their financials, and then help them come up with a game plan how they can buy a house. So for me, it's just I believe that real estate is the best asset for you to be able to build and grow your wealth. And for me, my family, we came here when I was 5. So I came here from Vietnam when I was 5, and we didn't have anything, no money. We were in Section A. We shared a 1-bedroom apartment for 5 of us. And my parents worked so hard to then save money to buy their property. They bought a house in Tacoma. And that house, we still have. My mom lives in there. And we all grew up in that house. And that house paid for my college tuition, my brother's college tuition, my sister's college tuition. And now it's my mom's retirement fund.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I love that. I love that you it seems like when you talk about peace, like finding peace in your transition into like pivoting, I don't think people talk about that enough, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people may want to pivot, and sometimes they don't necessarily understand like, yo, but does this fulfill me? Does this make me feel better, right?
Yeah.
I liked what I was doing, but this makes me feel a certain type of way. Do you have advice for people who may be in that position? Like, I want to try something new or I want to pivot. Like, what would you say to them?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am so thankful for this transition. Like the person that you're talking to today is completely different 4 years ago. And for me, it's just like if I talk to friends or anyone that I know and they're like, oh, I want to give this a shot, just do it.
Yeah.
Life is too short. Obviously, like pray about it, plan for it.
Yeah.
Don't be irresponsible and just quit your job without having any like, backup money.
Yeah.
But if you want to do something, just do it. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not you?
It's so simple.
Yeah.
It is.
Why not you? Why can't you do it?
Yeah.
If that man can make $1 million, why can't you do it?
That's real.
Right. And I like how you said kind of like, it's like taking a calculated risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So make sure it's like you could take that risk and you could afford to do it at the same time.
Yeah.
So which is good.
And life is better on the other side.
Yeah.
The other side of comfort.
Right.
It's so much better.
100%.
And we kind of like psych ourselves out before we even try a lot of times. Speaking of that, we had the honor to interview a mortgage lender a couple years ago. Shout out Gary Barquette.
Oh, I know.
You know Gary?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's
That's
a friend of mine.
Good dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just remember on our episode, he did mention how a lot of times people kind of psych themselves out before even going down the path of trying to reach out to a mortgage lender or even go down the home buying process. So, like, what are some things you would say to those folks to, like, kind of alleviate the apprehension or, the negative thoughts they may have?
Good question.
Yeah, that's so good because yesterday I met with a couple for a consultation and they told me like, hey, honestly, we were fearful to like meet you. We're very hesitant to meet you because we don't think we'll be able to qualify for our house. And it'll be embarrassing or it will like be disappointing for us after that conversation.
Yeah.
And I've run into so many scenarios where clients will be so hesitant to reach out to us to start the process. But what I always tell them is just like, if you want to buy a house, I will help you buy a house. It might not be now. It might be a year from now, 5 years from now. But if home ownership is a goal of yours, we're going to be able to make it happen. But you won't know until you start. And for you starting means you have to talk to a lender. Talk to us. Let us see your credit, your income, your financials. And then we'll give you a game plan on what you need to do.
That's real.
It's achievable. Anyone can buy a house.
That's real.
Because if Joe and Mary and John can do it, you can do it too.
That's real.
You just need the right team.
I like that because like a lot of the times we'll try to set our own plan before even talking to like a mortgage lender. And then it's like, but you put it in perspective like, no, we're going to be here to put the plan in for you or like with you. You know what I mean? So I definitely like you explaining that.
It's not like a yes or a no. It's just yes and when.
I love
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
The game plan. Be resourceful. And ask questions. Definitely.
And I also want to ask you, like, how would you kind of describe entrepreneurship, like, from your perspective?
Man, that is such a good question. It's not easy. I think for me, it's just like when you believe in yourself and you want to serve others. Once you want to serve others and believe in yourself and you believe in your product, you can do anything in this world. And that's what entrepreneurship is. You believe in the service that you're providing, the product that you're selling, and you know that what you're selling and providing will serve and help others. And you got to work your ass off for sure.
There you go. People always leave that part out.
No, like there are so many days when I cried. There are so many days when I want to like give up. I like doubted myself. There are so many days when I'm just like, man, like why am I taking the harder route? But that's because I see the vision. Like corporate was fun and I made really good money, but I didn't feel fulfilled. And I just feel like I'm called to be out there and serve others and help others. And one thing, a gap that I've noticed in our community is like financial literacy. No one knows how to budget. No one knows how to save. We're all like consumers. once we get a paycheck, we spend it all.
That's real.
No one knows how to grow their money. It doesn't matter if you make $1 million. If you spend all of that $1 million, then you're broke.
Yeah, you're back at zero. You're right. Yeah.
If someone makes 100,000 and they grow 90K of the 100,000 and only spent 10 grand, and they're wealthy.
Yeah. That's real.
Yep.
It's really about being intentional. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I love that. Man, Jessica, you got gems on gems. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you guys are just making this so fun.
Yeah, this is definitely not your first podcast. I think she lied to us. Now I'm curious. When it comes to, because I do want to kind of give this event some spotlight because it's a networking event, but it's kind of different, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very much very inclusive, right? There's a lot of different folks from different industries. But what is some of your advice in terms of just people who need to get out and network, but they probably are hesitant or they just don't know where to go or they don't know how to go about it? Like, how important has networking been for you, and why do you think it's important in general?
I've always feel like you're always one handshake away from the next opportunity. You never know like who you'll meet next, and the doors that you can open for them and the doors that they can open for you.
Yeah.
I mean, working in real estate, I have to network.
Yeah.
But even if I didn't work in real estate, like I would totally network only because I want to see life and business from a different like industry.
Yeah.
Like I am so proud of Aaron for putting this event together. It turned out amazing, and what I love about it is that you see people in all different backgrounds, all different businesses, and you can just see how passionate each and every person is. When I walked around and talked to everyone at the booth, they're so passionate.
Yeah.
And they love what they do.
And it's rare, like I always say this, it's rare that you get a chance to be in a room with this many people who are on that frequency, like on that vibe.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. I guess what advice, or like actually if somebody wanted to jump into the mortgage lending space or become a mortgage lender, like what are like some of the steps they should take to get into it?
So the first step is that you have to get licensed. And typically people like would turn away because of that part because I think it's really challenging, but there's a secret to it. I've learned that all you got to do is, you have to like get your hours in. You buy the practice exams, memorize the practice exams, and then you'll pass. Easy peasy. But once you get your license, that's when you start shopping at different companies and figure out like who do you want to hang your license with. But I would say it's not an easy industry. So if you want to like work in real estate, whether you're an agent or a mortgage lender, just be prepared to put in a lot of work. A lot of work, but it's so rewarding.
Definitely.
Like our income is infinite. There's no ceiling to how much we can make. But the best part is just like the dreams that you can help fulfill. I've met so many clients who are single parents and they bought a house for the first time for their kids and they didn't think that they can qualify. Or I've met people like me who is like, single and like have money but don't know what to do with their money. So then I help them grow their portfolio and help them build their wealth that way. I mean, there's families that want to buy a bigger house because they have, more kids. Or people that go through divorce and need to figure out what to do with their house. So like you meet so many people in different walks of life, and it's just like once you can help them solve the problem and help them fulfill that dream, it's just like the best thing ever.
That's nice. I like that. Well, you've been dropping a lot of gems here, for sure.
I'm glad I'm adding value.
No, you definitely are. How can people get in contact with you? And like, I guess, how can people find you like on social media and everything like that?
Yeah, so my Instagram is @themortgagequeen 2_. And then you can find me on Facebook at Jessica Ho, I guess my name.
Yep. Now, before we get you out of here, we ask every guest this question. So if you can, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
God.
Nice.
My provider, my protector, my everything. Like he's the person that gives me the energy that I need to be here. But honestly, he's the truth. Like God is number one, I guess.
God is good.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time. Amen.
Yes. Jessica, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. We wish you much success moving forward.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
You too. I'm so happy to meet you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Yes. Next up, we sit down with Aaron Davis, aka Mr. of Creative Styles. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're here with the UpNUp podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Erm.
Yo, we are still here.
Yeah.
We're still here. We're still going strong, right?
Told you, man, I ain't leaving.
My energy has not dropped, bro, since I've been here. We're here at the Let Us Create Showcase live in Everett at the Apex.
Yeah.
Put on by none other than the man himself, Aaron Davis, a.k.a. Mr. Hugh, owner of Creative Styles. And if you thought we was not going to have him come sit down with us, bro, we've been sitting down with a lot of amazing folks, but there was no way. I had to pull this guy off the stage. I was like, hey, man, can I get 10 minutes?
Yes.
But we got him with us here. Aaron, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing amazing, man. This is a beautiful turnout. I appreciate you guys both being here, the whole squad being here, man. I think it's a beautiful turnout. Thank you. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
We're definitely honored.
Yeah, always, bro. How you feeling, bro?
I feel amazing, man. I'm, it's been a long 2 months of just hard dedication, marketing, networking, and, I try to point in at a vision where, like, I was creating a blank canvas to create a picture, and now it is finally here, and the masterpiece is finally here. And without my backbone, my vendors, the supporters, the believers, it wouldn't really be nothing but a Mr. Show. But the fact that everybody's here is it's a beautiful thing, and that's what it's about. Coming together and just showing support and highlighting different people.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful picture indeed, man. And I'm honored to be here. Me and Robbie, the whole UpNUp crew, like, this is just amazing, bro. Like, the vibes I'm getting out of this place is like, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's one of its kind, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a one-on-one event. And man, like, I think what I want to talk about is why are events like this so important?
I think it's important to, me being a business owner and entrepreneur, I think we get stuck in the sauce where we could do everything alone. The ego gets in the way, the pride gets in the way, and I feel like you get to the plateau where you realize that you can't do it alone. And it takes more than just having your own vision. It takes a community coming together.
Yeah.
I feel like... I don't want to say, but Everett slacks in having events like this, but we haven't had nothing like this ever.
No,
I feel like, and my vision was to get different entrepreneurs to come together and show, like, hey, it's a lot easier when we come together and just help mold each other, help grow, and help take game from other business owners. And it's like, a lot of people don't understand the power of numbers and networking and marketing.
That's real.
Definitely, man. I also wanted to ask you, like, I guess, what were some of the steps that you took to kind of build this whole event?
So I would say one was having a vision, and being an artist, I've done probably over 300 events. From dancing to my art to music to hair shows. And so I just been picking pieces of what I do like and what I don't like. And I knew that I wanted to create something different and unique. And I feel like, Creative Styles doesn't just represent Aaron Davis. Creative Styles represents everybody in this room. And that what comes behind my brand was imagine, create, and inspire. I imagined it, I created it, now I want to inspire other people.
There we go.
And that's the message of my brand. The whole backbone was, my idea was like, hey, who can I contact to be like, this is the vision, I need you a part of it, and I would love to have you there. And they followed through, and that was my support system. And then with having them on the flyer, having a backbone, more people would start to funnel into it and believe into it. So that was the beauty of it. Everybody
turned out. People turned, bro. This is, again, the turnout's amazing, bro.
Thank you, man.
And I think it's like, part of it is build it, right? Build it and they will come. But I feel like a lot of times, man, like, people are waiting for stuff like this.
100%.
And it just takes sometimes someone to usher in the vision and say, hey, I need help. And you'd be surprised how many people come and help.
100%. I think I built a good support system from what I do myself. And I think that's, I not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I don't give myself enough credit. And I've been like literally running off of 3 hours of sleep every night. The timeline, getting everybody situated. And that's just it, man. Just following through. I think if anybody's watching this and you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, or creator, follow through with what you say you're going to do.
There we go.
And that's the biggest thing is it don't matter if nobody showed up. As long as I showed up, hey, I followed through.
That's real.
And I tell people, like, look, man, come out and just be there.
Yeah.
Shake hands. If you're not ready, you're on the flyer. Show up.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, Aaron, I wanted to give you a chance to explain like creative styles, like what industry you're in and everything like that. So if you want to touch on that.
Yeah. So creative styles is pretty much my lifestyle. I'm a full-time barber, hairstylist, but I'm more of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a creator. That's just what I do.
Yeah.
I paint. I have a brand, Creative Styles. I do music.
Yeah.
I love creating.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
you know, I'm just a full-time artist, and that's just what I do. You know, if I get sick of one art form, medium, I'll go to another one.
Yeah.
And build that passion back up for something.
Yeah.
And let that one just sit a little bit. All right,
Got you.
cool.
Yeah.
And then if I get sick of that, I'll go to another one.
Yeah.
And kind of just bunny hop over and just kind of keep that love and that passion for art and creativity.
Yeah, I love it,
That's
bro.
dope.
I think it's all aligned. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's all aligned. It's all on brand. You know. Now I know you're busy, bro, but I do kind of want to give you a chance to speak to this event. Is this something that you foresee being a recurring event? Is it too early to talk about that, or?
No, 100%, man. We're gonna run this back. I'm
Let's
hoping.
go.
I'm hoping by summertime, you know. And I think everybody who didn't show up and who didn't want to be a part of it, it's no malicious aggression towards you guys. And I hope that you guys see this now, and I hope you guys can believe in it. And I would still love to have you guys here.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I like that.
I don't want no. You know, there's a lot of people that didn't want to be a part of it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. And now I think they will like to be a part of it.
Right.
And, you know,
Yeah, that's real. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do it.
Exactly.
It's gonna get done regardless.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and I just move fast. I don't wait for nobody.
I love
Yeah.
that.
End of the day, I like if you think I'm gonna hold up for you and ponder and wait, I'm not. I'm on the next move. That's just how I work.
That's how
I
it's
feel
You know,
you.
I'm a go-getter. I
That's how
move
this
fast.
happens.
Exactly.
That's how this happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm shooting to be throwing another one in at least by summertime.
Perfect.
You know?
Yep. That's
Perfect.
dope, man. I also want to ask you, like, how would you describe entrepreneurship from your perspective?
I think entrepreneurship is a lot of highs and lows. It's a rocky road, and merry-go-round.
Yeah.
You know, it's there's times that you're low and you're depressed and you want to give up every day.
Yeah.
And I go through that. You know, a lot of people mistake social media. A lot of people look at my social media and be like, "Oh, he's ignorant. Oh, he's killing it." You know, it's like there's a lot of people I don't even know that think that I'm killing it by my social media. And there's a lot of lonely nights and lonely days and bad days, you know. And that's just being an entrepreneur, and that's just being real, authentic. And I'm that entrepreneur. Like, hey, you know, if you want to start something, start it now.
Yeah.
Do it, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's difficult. It's lonely.
Yeah.
You know, and don't rely on your friends. Don't think that they're gonna come and support you, because most of them won't.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when you start doing stuff and being consistent and being dedicated to what your belief is, your vision is, I think people will start to catch on and realize, like, wow, like this guy has a vision. This guy's really locked in.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't have no choice but to support it.
Yeah.
And-
Some people got to see it to believe it.
and then that's when it comes to numbers.
Exactly.
You know, once your support system see that you're messing with me, my support system messes with you, or I mess with you, it's just a domino effect.
Exactly.
And that's what I had to realize. It's like, man, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than Creative Styles. This is bigger than Apex. This is bigger than UpNUp podcast. It takes a village to create this imagination. And once you understand, like, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Get your people lined up and understand, like, yo, let's show love, let's support each other, and let's come out and just have a good time. I mean, I'm having a blast.
I'm having a great time.
blast.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time, bro.
Real.
And then I think that's what's important. Like, you know, I was like really stressing out, but I was like, you know what? I have a lot of things going on in my life, personal issues that are hard right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I just need to lock in and just understand that there's going to be things that don't go well. There's going to be things that don't go right. But so far, it's been amazing turnout, and I think it's all part of the mindset. Like, hey, not everything's gonna go as planned. You know, and that's just being an entrepreneur.
That's real talk. That's real talk. Well, Aaron, bro, thank you again to you and the team for putting this whole thing together.
Yeah.
But before we get you out of here, two things. One, where can people follow you, find you, support you? What are the handles, the all the good stuff?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Mr. Yuno, MRUKNOW. I have also a brand, Creative Styles, creative, CREATIVE _styles, STYLEZ _brand, BRAND. And same thing with my studio, creative _styles _studio. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Playlists. I'm on YouTube. Aaron Davis, Almost Famous. Type in. I got a lot of videos. Yeah.
Tap in?
Yeah.
Tap in. All right, I'm going to leave you off with this one, bro. So if you can, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
Community. I think what you guys do, man, I love it, bro. Like, I always try to show you guys love and support and like and everything. And sometimes I feel like I don't do that as often as possible because I'm always just going. But thank you guys for giving entrepreneurs, artists a platform to express and to put out into the world, because in this world nowadays we need more entrepreneurs. I feel like people are raised to be working 9 to 5s and nowadays you can't afford life with that. You got to have different incomes, different avenues of money or creativity to keep people passionate. You know?
That's real. That's real.
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing your story and doing this for us too, bro.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
Yeah, 100%. Well, with that being said, man, Aaron, I know you're busy. I know you got to get around and make some more moves. But thank you for stopping by. We wish you much success moving forward.
Yes, sir.
Go enjoy the event, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Up and Up podcast. Thank you for you guys having me on. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Hopefully we can do a bigger one, man.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
for
circle
sure.
back.
We
We're gonna
definitely
circle
gonna
back.
do
Yes, sir.
It's the sample.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for showing up, man.
All right,
love.
Love, bro. Thank you, bro. My brother. Thank you, bro. Next up, we sit down with Brandon McKenzie of Lux Gems. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Up and Up podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
We are still here. We're still here.
We are.
I feel like one of them telethons, bro. We're still here. We're live at the Let Us Create showcase in Everett at the Apex. Super inspired, still energized, right? We're able to tap in with so many amazing people. Why stop now, right?
Yes, sir.
So we currently have a good brother in the building with us, Brandon McKenzie of Lux Gems. First of all, bro, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
I'm good, guys. I just appreciate you guys having me in here. You know, this is an amazing event. You know, I've never done nothing like this. This is the first time for me, and it's been so inspiring for me to get out here and to be able to introduce myself to all these people and to kind of share what I'm doing in person instead of over social media in front of people, which is the first. This is nice, you know, and I'm so glad that I was a part of this. This has been great. It's been great.
I'm curious, bro. Like when it comes to this type of event, like why do you think events like this are important?
You know, you got a network. You know, all these people are here doing the same thing, and we're trying to grow our business and just getting together because we all have that same mindset. You know, everybody here is trying to do the same thing and to grow and to be better, and having all these people come together is just it's a great experience.
That's real.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely, man. I also want to give you a chance to kind of describe Lux Gems, your industry, what you do.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's a long story, but you know, I'll try to keep this short. It's basically I go out into West Africa, and I have a couple diamond mines out there. I mine a bunch of raw stones, and I bring them back. And I used to sell a lot of these diamonds as a raw piece, and I'm now trying to get into the jewelry side of things. So I'm cutting and polishing a lot of my stones now, and trying to grow in the jewelry business. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. So I'm curious. You know, obviously this event is to highlight entrepreneurs, creatives, business owners, right? From your like experience, like what has it been like, kind of running your own business, being an entrepreneur, and like, do you have advice for those who it may be their first time jumping into that lane?
Absolutely. You know, it's been probably one of the most difficult things I've ever gone through. I've had a lot of days where I wanted to give up. You know, you see a lot of people that are in the industry and doing the same thing as you, and you're not where they're at yet. And that really shuts you down. You look at that like, damn, you know, why am I here doing this, you know, when they're already at that level that I'm trying to get to and they're successful? Why am I trying to play that catch-up game? And coming here and to see to see all these people doing what we're doing, starting off young and fresh, it's inspiring. It keeps you going, you know, and it prevents you from wanting to give up.
Yeah,
quit. Absolutely.
That's
for
real
sure.
talk.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's some like advice you would give to someone who's trying to like enter your industry?
You know, not give up, you know, believe in yourself, you know, don't quit, you know, because there was this picture that I had on my phone for a long time. It was actually a diamond mining picture. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's where there's this guy, he's got a pickaxe and he's digging through the dirt and there's a big pile of diamonds and he stops right before that last swing to get to it. And I always used to look at that picture and go, this is where I'm at. I'm not going to give up right before that final swing because that's when you're going to break through. And being here has just been so inspirational, and it keeps you motivated, keeps you going for sure.
That's dope, man. Because that picture, exactly what you're talking about. Like I love that picture, bro. And they got the other dude that's going,
and he hit it, and he turned around, he put it on his shoulder, and he walked out, and he gave up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, that's real talk. I think it's applicable no matter what you're doing.
100%.
Right?
100%.
I always felt like entrepreneurship's a mindset.
It is.
You know, I don't think it's like a job title. It's a way of thinking and a way of seeing whatever it is you're trying to do.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think it's just being creative and how you go about moving forward on your journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, being in like the jewelry industry, it could look fun, right? From the outside looking in, it could look like really like glamorous, and it could look like just a great time, right?
Absolutely.
For those who like are probably in it, or for those who don't know, like what are some like real practical things you think you need to have in order to really succeed?
You know, being a jeweler, it's a very cutthroat industry. You know, the man, it's hard. It really is hard because, you know, a lot of these people come in with 20, 30, 40 years of experience. And it's also a lot of jewelry businesses are brought up from family members. You know, you don't just come into it brand new. And that's what was really hard for me, because I came in this brand new, not having anybody that brought me into it. And that's where, you know, the jewelry industry is that type of business where you are brought up into it. So, you know, if you are starting brand new into this industry, you know, just know that, you know, you got to keep pushing. It's going to be very hard. It is very cutthroat, and it will make you want to quit for sure. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But if you keep pushing and you keep working towards it, you know, the margins in this industry are the craziest margins I've ever seen in any type of business. It's unbelievable. You know, the 700% markups on what you're doing, which is crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So
Absolutely.
for somebody who's out there, I mean, I guess you kind of did touch on it, but I guess what do you do when you hit a wall? Like, how do you get around that, or how do you like climb over it?
You know, I look back at where I came from. You know, I had nothing. I was in the military. I didn't really do well in high school. I didn't have a career. I didn't go to college. And I look back on the times, you know, growing up, not having nothing. And, you know, I've had moments of success in this industry. And I look back at that and I say, okay, what did I do to get to that point, and how do I get back there? You know, and I kind of fall back on that and just hit a reset. And you got to be very, very disciplined in this. You can't take a day off. You can't sleep on this. You know, you got to constantly be involved in the community. You got to talk to people. You got to network. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to get far in this. You really won't.
That's real. And discipline is real, bro.
You got to be.
Discipline is real, bro. Especially when you're winning.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's the easiest time to take the foot off the
Then
gas.
you take your foot off. Exactly. You start getting relaxed, and when you get relaxed, you fall back down.
That's real talk.
All day.
That's real talk.
Dope, man.
Brandon, man. Well, first off, if people want to support you, tap in, learn more about your brand and what you got going on, how can they follow you or find you?
I have Lux Gems Co. Instagram, and I also have a website that I'm actually still currently working on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's up, it's there. You can go on to it. It's showing everything, but the prices aren't correct. It's kind of just a mess right now. So I do have a guy that's constantly putting work into it every day.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get you out of here, bro, quick question. What's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up, and why?
One word. Focus. I think, you know, you got to have that focus every day. I wake up, and the first thing I do is I pray. I focus, you know, to the man up above, and I ask him, you know, what can I do to be better? How can I focus? You know, give me that vision that I need. Give me that focus that I need every day. And that's, you know, if you take that out of your life, I don't think you're going to be able to to focus. You're not going to be able to get
Yeah.
to what you want. And it's hard. So I think focus is the key word for me every day, day to day.
I like that, bro.
Absolutely.
Stay focused.
Yeah. Gotta stay
Stay
focused.
focused. Well, Brandon, man, first off, it's a pleasure meeting
Thank
you.
you as well, brother. You as
Pleasure
well.
connecting with you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We wish you much success moving forward with everything you got going on,
Absolutely.
bro. And for those who want to tap in. Please go follow, support.
Come on,
Come
man.
on.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, go enjoy the event, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate this.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro. Next up, we sit down with Jenna Von Schneider of House to Homes Interior Design. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the UpNUp podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Erm.
We're still here, right? I feel like I keep saying that, right? We're still here. We're still here live at the Let Us Create Showcase here in Everett at the Apex.
Yeah.
I'm still inspired, right?
Yeah.
I'm still energized. It's been amazing. We've been able to connect with so many unique individuals, right?
Amazing
who are doing
individuals.
amazing work in all these different industries.
Yep.
And so why should we stop, right?
Yeah,
Let's keep
man.
going,
Let's
right?
keep going.
And so today joining us, we have Jenna Von Schneider. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Of House to Homes Designs. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a great day.
Yeah. And then I also wanted to ask, when it comes to this event, how are you liking the event? And then why are events like this so important?
So I've never been to an event like this ever.
Yeah.
And it has been, my main thing is just seeing all of this talent here. You know, just like there's so many different kinds and so many authentic people, and people are just so genuine and awesome. And like everyone, if you get to know everyone a little bit, they all have this backstory of where they started, where they came from. They started from the bottom and now they're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
So it has just been incredible being here. Super blessed.
Yeah, I love it. I always say, like, it's rare you get to be in a room with this many people who are like-minded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah. So, Jenna, I do want to give you a chance to kind of explain your industry, your business, and pretty much anything you want to touch on about that.
Yeah, for sure. So I own an interior design company. It's called House to Home Designs. I've been doing interior design for pretty much my whole life that I can remember. But just recently I moved back here, and that's when I officially made my name, House to Home Designs. When it comes to designing homes, like I have the eye for it. I've been blessed to have that. I'm not good at a lot of things like I am interior design. So, you know, when I walk into a room, whether it's full or empty, I can immediately imagine what it's going to look like in the end.
Got you. Yeah.
But the main thing for my business is like I do everything super authentic for my clients. You know, like I make all my furniture. I do a lot of like custom work.
Yeah.
Because I want it to really be who they are and their personality.
Yeah.
I don't like manufactured stuff. I don't want to just order things off Amazon and put it on a wall. You know what I mean? Like, I really like to get in tune with who my clients are and bring out their personality in my work. And so, you know, it's been a lot. I'm so grateful and blessed for the people that I have in my life and who have helped me get here. You know, I started from a really, really low place, and I'm doing better than I ever have. And just having all these people in my life that support me and being able to do things like this and have the support, it's just been awesome.
I love that. And I think with interior design, we had a chance to interview an architecture group before. And one thing they talked about was how they want to make sure that the client is involved in the vision. And your job is to kind of like bring their vision to life. So I'm curious, like, do you have advice or tips for someone who wants to get into the industry you're in? Maybe they're thinking about it. Maybe they just started, but they're kind of stumbling. Like, what is some advice or tips you would give them?
For someone that's looking into getting into interior design, you know, I would say find who you are first. You know, I mean, regardless of, like, my clients, they all have their different personalities and they all like their own thing. And that's what I bring out is their own style.
Yeah.
But, like, I have to know who I am first and, like, what type of things I can bring to the table to offer my client. You know what I mean? Because there's some people that they can't, they're not going to be able to match what their client wants, and they're going to start taking pieces of their own stuff and put it into that. But, like, you just have to really be, like, you have to trust yourself. Yeah. You have to know that, like, you can handle any type of situation. And I don't know. I mean, I think that a lot of it comes down to too is like being able to branch out, being able to be comfortable in your own skin and talking to people about like, I don't know. I honestly, that's a hard question.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you can say, but I think you definitely, I mean, what you just touched on is real. Like, I think it is about knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Because it is you that's bringing the eye to it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, as much as you like know yourself, I feel like it helps you know other people too. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, it's gonna be all their style, but like if you don't know how to, especially with my type of work, like you have to be so organized. You have to know how to like. You have to just have a whole plan because there's so much detail to it. There's so much going on. Like mine isn't just interior design, you know what I mean? I walk into a room, I have to plan out an entire design, but then I have to do the organizing, I have to do the shopping, I have to do the building, I have to do all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to be able to put yourself in there and dedicate. I mean, I work 24/7.
Yeah.
I don't stop working.
Yeah.
Because I want to be successful, but I also want to make my clients happy.
Yeah,
Right.
And I love that you're touching on it because I think that's a side people don't know about, like how much detail goes into it and how much time and energy is spent in just planning what needs to get done.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I also want to ask you, like, what advice do you have for somebody that's trying to get started or get into your industry?
So when I first started, I literally had nothing. I backstory, but I had to start with no car, no home, nothing. I was homeless. Like I started from the very, very bottom, you know. And so pretty much the main thing for me that helped was having the main support system.
Yeah.
You know, people that are going to have my back no matter what and believe in me that I can do it.
Yeah.
And push you along the way. Like, yeah, I can afford to get stuff for my table now, but back then it's like meeting people, being able to talk to people, get your name out there, get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
I have connections that have helped me get from point A to point B, which I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I got lucky. You know, there's a lot of people that market and promote, and I haven't had to do that yet because I've been so lucky with the people behind me.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a hard question for me because I feel like it's different for me.
Yeah.
That's real. I mean, it's your unique experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
Definitely.
But you do got to work. That, you know, at the end of the day, like regardless of how your journey is like your path is paved, like you still got to put in the work.
Yeah. Oh, and
that's what I'm getting.
That's the thing for sure. I mean, like I said, I have put everything that I have into this because I will never end up to where I started.
Yep.
Again, you know, so it's like, even if someone doesn't have that story, like you are gonna have to work your ass off.
Yeah.
Every day, night. You know, it's like you just grind. You got to grind if you want to be successful.
That's
it's
real.
not just going to get handed to you.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
So how can you, or how would you explain like entrepreneurship in your perspective, I guess? I mean, you kind of did answer it, but how would you pretty much describe entrepreneurship?
I feel like entrepreneurship is really just like finding your passion.
Yeah.
And finding things that you really love. Something that like you have heart and soul into. And for me, like I don't have kids, but like my company's my baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it means everything to me.
Yeah.
And I would do anything to save that company no matter what. So I feel like entrepreneurship is like really just like finding your passion and what you love to do and finding like-minded people to like help get your name out there and support each other. I think support is huge when it comes to being your own business owner.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Right. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I just like how you said that because a lot of people don't realize like the more you help and support people, like there's enough for everybody. So it's like a lot of people try to gatekeep sometimes, but it's like it actually helps you when you help somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
for
real.
sure.
That's real.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to a guy that he's kind of new here. And he doesn't really know a lot of people, and it's like I'm from here, you know, so I have a lot of connections. But like, that's what it's all about. You know nothing about that person, but you see that they're trying their best too.
Yeah.
Like, help them out. That's what this community is supposed to be for. It's not just like fighting for yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
I love that. So Jenna, before we do kind of wrap things up, for those who want to support your business, support your brand, or even reach out to you because they might want to pick your brain on some stuff, how can they follow you and get in touch with you? Here you go.
So House to Home Designs is the name. Website is still in process.
Okay.
Instagram, it is house_to_homes design for Instagram, and then it'll be house_to_homedesigns.com. And then Instagram's like the main thing right now, and then obviously like through phone or email.
Okay.
Nice.
But house_to_home_designs is my Instagram.
Perfect. Now, last question before we get you out of here, because we always ask every guest this question. What's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up, and why?
Honestly, it changes all the time, but right now, I'm gonna say my mom. My mom's been in the ICU the last couple weeks, and she is everything to me, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. So, my mom.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Jenna, again, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I know you're busy, but I hope you definitely continue to enjoy the event. We wish you much success moving forward with everything you got going on. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. It was nice to meet you.
Yes, likewise.
Nice to meet you too.
Likewise. It was an honor. All right.
I'm good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the UpNUp podcast. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Earn, man.
We are still here, and we are still going to be here because we cannot leave, because there's no way we can leave, bro.
There's no way.
But we actually do have to leave. The event is actually wrapping up.
Yeah,
but just curious, bro, how was the event for you?
Man, it was amazing, bro. Like, I got everything out of this event.
Yeah.
I laughed. I got inspired.
Yeah.
You know, like, just the vibes when you walk around. Everybody's hungry, but everybody's nice, bro. Like, everybody just want to share their story. Everybody's willing to collab.
Yeah.
Like, there's no booth I went to and, like, just looked at it for more than 5 seconds without somebody saying, hey, man, what's up? Or, you know, talking to me. You know, I'm just like, man, it's dope. Connected with a lot of people. Ate some good food. You know, got some drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had it all, man.
It's a good vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you, though?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, like, I think just being here, being a part of it, being asked to be a part of it, adding value to it, and just, again, being exposed to all the talent in the room.
Yeah.
There's so much talent, bro. And sometimes it just takes opening some doors and letting people come inside and set up.
Yeah, bro.
And then building together. So, again, just want to give a shout out to Aaron Davis.
Aaron, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to Creative Styles, and just shout out to everybody who was a part of this event. And for those tuning in and listening, we hope this episode inspired you. We hope you can take something from it and go out there and create your own stuff.
Yeah, and on top of that, just to add to that, start pulling up to these events, man. That's what I want to tell everybody, man. Start pulling up to these events, because these events are very valuable.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, even if you have like 1% of you thinking about starting something, just pull up to these, bro.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you'll leave at least 99%.
100%.
The rest of the 99 will come to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, you get it.
Yeah,
I can't
get
really
it.
explain it, but it's like, it's a great feeling, you know?
Yeah, you got to be there. You got to be there to actually understand.
Yeah.
And so 100%. Show up, shake hands, meet people.
Yeah.
Take what you're doing on the internet and make it happen in real life.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of great people out here. So
yeah, even if you're not looking to create, pull up too.
Yeah.
And just see what people are doing. You know?
Yeah, man. I've been exposed to so much amazing work that's going on out here. It keeps me going, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, man, I think we do got to leave for real. I think they're going to start closing the door soon.
I ain't leaving, bro. I'm joking.
But yeah, man, again, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate you. And always keep creating.
And
Peace.
keep it on the up and up.
Peace.
Let's go. To continue supporting the podcast and the entire UpNUp movement, be sure to rate, review, like, and subscribe.
As well as follow us at _the UpNUp on all social media platforms to stay connected with everything the UpNUp has coming your way.
Thanks for listening, and until the next one,
Keep it on the up and up.